Scott Quigg. So you trained Scott Quigg as a relatively young man. He went on to win the WBA Super Bantamweight world title. British title. He's since left you and then went to Freddie Roach. Yeah. What was the reason for that breakup?
No, it was just a case of listen, Scott came back well from the Frampton loss, had a good win against a good opponent, and as you know, we always documented well we like to go to America, back and forth, and I think that Scott at that time was just wanting to just try something in America. I think this country we're very blessed with a lot of trainers. They're as good as anything that's in America, but some kids want to go and live that experience and everything else, and it was like, yeah, not a problem. Do you know what I mean? Off you go and do it, experience it, see what's best for you. You've only got one career, if that's what you want to do, good, you have my blessing. He was going over there on a holiday, he said go and sound a few out, it's up to you, it's your decision, I'm not going to hold you back. It was the same with Matthew Macklin when he wanted to go, if that's what you ought to do. Matthew wanted me to go to America with him, but I couldn't. I had a young stable coming through, and the same with Scott. It's like that, listen, off you go and enjoy it. I know Freddie, the team around him, so that's who he chose, so I'm a blessing, and off he went. So there was no animosity or anything else. That's just basically what it come down to, and it could have stayed here, but then it's just that, oh, I wonder what if it this, I wonder if that, and he had that going on, so it's just like, well, go and see how it is, and if it don't work out, you're always welcome back, do you know what I mean, and if it does, well, good luck, do you know what I mean. So we've had good times together, and good memories, and yeah, so all good luck to him, no bad feeling.
Fair enough. So obviously we're here at the Mir Khan gym. He was once a former sort of boxer of Freddie Roach's stable of boxers. How do you rate Freddie Roach as a trainer?
Listen, you can't knock what he's done with fighters, the fighters that he's had through the door. Some people will say he's privileged, he managed to cherry pick the best that comes to him. So like a saying it, just no, like true. Just like Pacquiao, Cotto, and I'd love them to walk through our door, do you know what I mean? And people will say, well, what's he brought through? So but listen, there's other people out there, American journalists, other boxing trainers that can give that opinion out there. I've always found him, with what he has to deal with as well, he's always pleasant in the gym, always welcoming, has time for everybody, has a heavy workload. He's got like 6 or 7 helpers in the gymnasium with him as well, so he's got a good support team around him, and it's good, and he gets his point across. Like I said earlier, he doesn't say a lot, but there are only little bits that you need to take in, and people are over there sponging in off of that, and you get people over there from Russia there that go there, so there can't be so many good people there that think he's not good, otherwise they wouldn't stay.
Exactly, yeah.
And Miguel Cotto's been to a few different trainers, and he manages to keep hold of them. So some say he's a front foot fighter.
Very offensive,
Cotto and that. And some else would say agree with that. But like I say, he's had some good fighters over the years, and like I say, the results of you only can be credited with how good you are with the results that he's had. And I think that the Mayweather fight with De La Hoya was a massive fight for him, and I think that's when we really got into HBO 24/7. It was the first big thing, and I think you can really get caught up in that, and I think the rumour going around is that Freddie got caught up in that little bit, and you come out of it, and it was a big loss at the time. Obviously De La Hoya was close, could have affected him a little bit, but like I say, in trainers, it's like a cycle. You're not there all the time. You have a good year, then you have a dip, and you have a good year, and that's what like football teams are. They're up and down. You can't be at the top all the time. Manuel Stewart had losses. I mean,
exactly,
everyone had losses. So Angelo Dundee had losses. It doesn't make them a bad trainer. You just can't win all of them all of the time. And
this is the thing. I mean, some people do give Freddie Roach a lot of credit. Some people, give him a lot of negative sort of criticism. But he came under good schooling. I think he was a terrible professional boxer, but he came under Eddie Fudge, and Eddie Fudge is a legendary trainer.
Yeah. Eddie Fudge, fantastic trainer. Like you say, Freddie doesn't say a lot, but he's hands-on. He's there first thing in the morning, 7 o'clock, last thing at night, 9 o'clock, and he loves the sport that he does, and he's got a good team around him, and like I said to you, the fighters that have all boxed for him have huge respect for him.